if you want to build your own ERC20 token, then what are the functions you have to define in your smart contract to building ERC20 token? Okay, so here you can see this is a smart contract which I have built for ERC20 token. So here I've defined the name of the token, this is the symbol, and this is the standard and the total supply. So here I have a couple of events. So the first event for the transfer and the second event for the approval. And here we have two mapping. The first mapping we are doing for the address. So whoever will buy the token, we have to keep the track of that person, that wallet, and how much balance that particular address is having. So that's what we are keeping the track here. And here we have the second mapping. This will allow us to keep the track of those who have authorized someone else to spend the token on behalf of them. So that's what we are keeping track of here. This is called nested mapping. So address, and finally the amount. So this is the very first function of our ERC20 token, and I call it my ERC20 token. So here what I'm doing in this function, I'm initializing the total supply of my token. Okay, so you can keep it as many as you want. Okay, so here what I'm doing, that I'm updating my total supply variables with this function, and I'm assigning all that token to this particular address, which is going to be when I will deploy this smart contract. Okay, so this is the first function. That's what it's doing. And this is how we have a second function. In this we are allowing the user to transfer token from one account to other. Okay, so we're going to take the address, we're going to take the number of value, and we are returning the boolean value, which is going to be true or false. And here we are doing one check: the account who tries to send the token, do they really have the token in their account, in the address? So that's the very first check we are doing. So if they have the address, here we are updating the data, updating the token. So we are deducting the token from their address and updating to whoever they are sending the token. Okay, so that's what we are doing, and this is the event we are creating, so we can easily able to get it from the blockchain. Okay, and we are returning true. So this is the first transfer function, and this is the approval function. Now let's talk about this. So approval function is that if you want to approve someone else to spend token on behalf of you. So in this approval function we have to define two things. So first thing is going to be the address. So whoever you will authorize to spend token on behalf of you, so the account address and the value, like the token number they are allowed to spend, and we are returning boolean value, and here we are assigning that value to that person. So here allowance, the mapping we have created here, and here we have the message.sender is a global variable in Solidity. So whoever will call this function, it's going to be this message.sender. That address is going to be the message.sender, and we are doing the mapping and assigning the value. And here again we are doing the approval event and returning true. So this is our approval function. And here we have the transfer function. So once we approve someone to do the transfer of the token on behalf of us, we need a function for that. So if we approve, but if we don't have the function, then how they can able to do the transfer? So that's the one function we have here. So this is called transfer from. In this we have to pass three values. First one is going to be the address from, so the wallet from where you want to transfer, and the one to whom you will transfer, and the amount. So this is the three parameter you have to pass, and we are returning boolean. And here we are doing a couple of checks. So first check that account contain enough value. If they have, then make it possible to do the transaction. And the second function, we are trying to create the relations. Do they really have the authority to do the transfer of the token? So that's the second check we are doing. And again we are updating the data, and we have this allowance, mapping, and deducting the balance, and we are doing the emit functions. So this is the ERC20 token. All these functions you need to have if you want to build your own ERC20 token, which is called fungible token, and you want to include in your business. So that's it. And if you want the complete explanation of this video, you can follow my YouTube channel, where I have explained everything, how you can read the entire things about this ERC20 token. So you guys can follow that.